guys, my name is Jeff. This is a 1954 Oldsmobile F-88 concept car, also known as the XP20 internally. And yes, this was in fact a Motorama car. But before we show you all the cool details of this car, first a quick word from our sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Woodside Credit, the exclusive loan provider for Barrett-Jackson for over a decade. Estimate your lowest payment in America at woodsidecredit.com.
So today we're looking at a 1954 Oldsmobile F-88 concept car, which looks an awful lot like a Corvette, and it does share a similar 102-inch wheelbase, but there are some slight differences, but there's also a lot of similarities. So looking at the front of this thing, it looks absolutely incredible. Of course, this being a Motorama concept car, it has a lot of cool, unique details to really make the car stand out, including this awesome gold finish. Now, we do have a lot of Oldsmobile badging, but we also have a lot of cool 88 badging, of course, being the name of the car. We have some 88 badging in here with a cool honeycomb grille, lots of cool smooth chrome that would have stood out from the time, not quite as eccentric, but it has a really smooth profile to it that makes it look speedy and aerodynamic. Oldsmobile logos, this to me looks very Thunderbird-ish, but we don't want to say that too much, being that this is a General Motors concept car. And it's cool that this one stands in front of us today because, as it turns out, going through some of the memos for this car, after Motorama and this car's time was done, there were some examples that even caught on fire during that production for what they built for the F-88 concept. And this car was actually found in transit where it was being shipped for spare parts, where it was eventually picked up and stored in a garage for a while. And while it was stored in a garage, it was just thought to be some sort of experimental Corvette prototype, because this even has a fiberglass body to it. And as we'll get to the rear, we'll show you some of the other Corvette pieces that look very similar. So this was just stored until it was actually brought to Arizona and restored with some other spare parts that were in existence for this car. And now here it sits today, where it's fully restored and looks to be in fantastic condition. There are some other cool things as we go around the car. We have these cool headlight covers that exist on the car, which look very nice, very futuristic-y, so to speak, which is what Motorama was all about. It was a future-looking GM design profile. And as we go to the side here, we got some more just sort of classic wheels. We got some nice white walls on the outside as well. And of course, more Oldsmobile logos on the inside. As we come here though, I think this is a really cool feature because what we have here are, they look kind of like pseudo side grille intakes, but they're actually 88s that are turned sideways. It's a cool nod to what the car is. As we get to the interior, we see some more Oldsmobile nods. A lot of this obviously is inspired by some of the other Oldsmobile models that exist in the car, and it looks fantastic. It presents itself really well. Even the Oldsmobile logo in the center of the steering wheel just looks really nice in terms of keeping that theme and reminding us that it's an Oldsmobile and not a Corvette. But as we come to the rear here, I'd like to think there's a lot more of the Corvette inspiration that we see. Obviously, these taillights are very reminiscent of the early Corvettes that you would have found on these cars. And then even the way that slopes back, the sunken-in license plate, all of that really feels very Corvette. But one of the interesting things is what you'll find here. And this doesn't even look like an Oldsmobile feature to me. To me, this looks like something that you would find on some of the later Cadillacs, and this is supposed to be the exhaust port. So that's pretty interesting there. One of the things that's really interesting about this car, this was actually one of the few Motorama concept car examples that was actually running and driving. So under the hood is a 324 cubic inch Oldsmobile V8 that produced around 150 horsepower, and obviously the exhaust would come through these outlets here, which look like something from a Cadillac Eldorado. Pretty interesting, but here it sits, this Oldsmobile F-88 concept car, again also known as the XP20. It's a beautiful, gorgeous car. Looks a lot like a Corvette, fiberglass body, similar wheelbase, but everything else on the car has just about been changed in one way or another. So with that, that's going to be the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button for us. We'd really appreciate it, and consider getting subscribed for more content like this in the future. If you're looking to purchase a collector car for yourself, be sure to check out AutoHunter.com, our online auction with cars going live every single weekday, or ClassicCars.com, the online marketplace with over 30,000 cars currently live on the site. With that, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching that video. If you're looking to purchase your next collector car, be sure to check out AutoHunter.com, which is our online auction with cars going live every single weekday, or the sister site, ClassicCars.com, which has over 30,000 cars currently live on the site. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for us. We'd really appreciate it, and consider getting subscribed for more content like that in the future. Thanks so much for watching.